Well, I'm excited to share with you guys today. Morgan and I just got back from India on Friday. We were there for 9 days, and just a mind blowing experience from top to bottom. This is a partnership, a connection that we made probably about 5 years ago with a young man who had come to the States. He's from India. His dad pastors one of the largest churches over there, and this is their 40th year and really started from nothing. His dad got saved and said, I want to change the world. He was a dentist and just started carrying pamphlets around and introducing people to Christ. And now 40 years later, they have, for their first time ever, they have a church building. Now, don't let that fool you. They've been doing ministry for 4 years. They have over 200 churches in the nation of India that fall under them, and pastors and local communities and villages. And it challenges the very instinct of what we think of church, because we think of the buildings and all the things, but some of these ministries meet under trees, all the things. But along with this, which I think really speaks to the heart of what a lot of people in this room that come with, is he realized it's bigger than the church building, and his nation needed a lot more. Well, when Ranjit came here, who we met, he said a lot of people said when he came to the States to go to college, said, "Oh, you've made it out of India. You never have to go back." And he said, "I came here so I can go back." He said, because the nation of India needs me and what God's putting in me now to take back to that. So he had such a heart for this nation, his people. It really carries over. I met his father for the first time, and that heart just really comes out of this family. But what he helped him begin to realize was this was bigger than just the church building. And they've since raised up a Bible college, multiple schools for kids aging from preschool up to high school. They have an engineering college. They have a lot in the works. His desire is eventually one day to build a hospital, but doing a lot for the nation of India. And we just got to get a quick snapshot over a couple of days. And when you think of these schools, we have such a limited perspective because we're basing it off what we've experienced here. When we think school, you've got to have a lot of building before you can have kindergarten through 12, a lot of space. And they never let that stop them. Their first school they built, they bought a one-room building and began to start teaching these kids. It's now been expanded out to 2 stories and a third story with an auditorium in it where that church in that local area meets. And it goes from pre-K to 8th grade. And then just down the road, they built a brand new facility about 10 years ago, which is pre-K through 12th. And got to experience a little bit of the building onto that. They're building a brand new building behind that because they need more room. That school alone houses about 1,500 kids. And we're not talking Christian kids. In a nation of 1.6 billion people, most of them are Hindu. When we think Christian schools, we think Christian teachers, and we're bringing kids in to teach them how to be good Christians. A large majority of their teachers are Hindu. That will wreck your theology when you begin to think about what? Because what he realized a long time ago is we're going to use education as a gateway to Jesus. And, we talk about this quite often in this room with our businesses being gateways to Jesus, not being Jesus, and putting us in situations and circumstances when we get people around us, they're going to see something different. And that's his heart and his hope is these kids, through the curriculum that they teach, they teach Jesus intermingled with it. These teachers being involved and being around other Christians, although they're Hindu, will begin to challenge it, even the way they think, because it's hard not to see Jesus when someone's really acting like him and is really serving humbly. And that's the heart of this man, Pastor Abraham. When you get around him, he has a heart for his people. So witnessing that, seeing a Bible college where we would think a Regent University or something like this, and it's an old Catholic church with nothing in the sanctuary, with rooms changed into bunk rooms upstairs. The roof has a couple of washrooms which don't have showers. They have buckets. They fill those buckets and wash off. And it's 14 young men who come from villages who just want to serve Jesus with their life. And local pastors come in and preach and teach to them. So it just really challenges the mindset of we have to have things in place before we can do it. If then, for them, it's why not?